Welcome, friends. I'm so glad you're joining me today to talk about something that affects all of us every single morning, our breakfast choices. I've noticed something interesting in my years of working with seniors who want to stay vibrant and healthy. What we eat first thing in the morning can either set us up for a day of steady energy and wellness, or, well, it can actually accelerate the aging process without us even realizing it. I remember sitting with my dear friend Martha last month. She's 72 and has always prided herself on being health conscious. She was telling me how frustrated she felt because despite having what she thought was a healthy breakfast every morning, she was experiencing more joint pain and afternoon energy crashes than ever before. When she showed me her typical breakfast, I realized she had fallen into some very common breakfast traps that many of us face. And you know what? Once we made some simple changes to her morning routine, she noticed a remarkable difference in just a few weeks. Today, I want to share with you 3 common breakfast mistakes that might be speeding up the aging process. And more importantly, I'll give you 3 delicious, easy alternatives that can help you feel more energetic and vibrant. These aren't complicated changes, and they don't require any exotic ingredients. They're simple switches that can make a real difference in how you feel. Let's start with the first common breakfast that might be aging us faster, the traditional continental breakfast of toast with jam and coffee. Now, I know this is a classic, and it might even bring back fond memories of European vacations or elegant hotel breakfasts. But here's what happens in our bodies when we start our day this way. That white bread and sweet jam cause a rapid spike in blood sugar, followed by an equally rapid crash. This roller coaster effect triggers inflammation in our bodies, and inflammation is one of the key drivers of accelerated aging. The caffeine from coffee on an empty stomach can also increase stress hormones, which can affect everything from our joint health to our sleep quality. Instead, let me share a better option that one of our viewers, Richard, age 65, has been enjoying with great success. He switched to whole grain sourdough toast topped with mashed avocado and a soft-boiled egg. The healthy fats from the avocado help with inflammation, while the protein from the egg provides steady energy throughout the morning. He still enjoys his coffee, but now he has it after eating, which makes a world of difference for his digestion and energy levels. The second problematic breakfast might surprise you: store-bought breakfast cereals, even the ones marketed as healthy or for heart health. Many of these cereals, despite their healthy-looking packaging, are loaded with hidden sugars and processed ingredients that can contribute to inflammation and accelerated aging. They also tend to be low in protein, which is especially important for maintaining muscle mass as we age. Here's a better alternative that I love recommending: a warm bowl of steel-cut oats topped with walnuts, berries, and a dollop of Greek yogurt. The oats provide steady energy and help maintain healthy cholesterol levels. The walnuts offer omega-3 fatty acids for brain health, and the Greek yogurt provides protein and beneficial probiotics for gut health. One of our community members, Grace, who's 68, switched to this breakfast and told me she noticed improved digestion and more stable energy levels throughout her day. The third aging accelerator is something many of us think of as a convenient solution: meal replacement shakes or breakfast drinks. While these might seem like a quick and easy way to start the day, many commercial breakfast drinks are high in artificial sweeteners, preservatives, and processed ingredients that can contribute to inflammation and metabolic issues. Instead, let me share my favorite morning smoothie recipe that actually supports healthy aging. It's simple. Blend together some plain Greek yogurt, a handful of spinach, you won't even taste it, half a banana, some frozen berries, and a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. This combination provides protein, healthy fats, fiber, and antioxidants that help combat the aging process. My sister Janet, who's 70, started making this smoothie 3 months ago, and she's noticed clearer skin and more energy for her morning walks. Now, I want to share something personal with you. When I was helping my mother improve her breakfast routine at age 75, we discovered that making these changes wasn't just about the food. It was about creating a morning ritual that she looked forward to. She started taking a few extra minutes to sit down and really enjoy her breakfast, rather than rushing through it or eating while standing at the counter. This simple change in how she approached her morning meal made a tremendous difference in her digestion and overall well-being. Let me address some common questions I often hear. Many of you ask, but what if I'm not hungry in the morning? That's actually a sign that your evening eating patterns might need some adjustment. Try having dinner a bit earlier and see how your morning appetite changes. Others ask about convenience. Yes, these healthier options might take a few more minutes to prepare, but consider it an investment in your health and vitality. Here's something crucial to remember. These changes don't have to happen all at once. Start with one small change this week. Maybe begin with switching from sugary jam to avocado on your toast, or trying the steel-cut oats twice a week. Small, consistent changes add up to significant benefits over time. I want to share a wonderful success story from our community. Margaret, who's 69, was struggling with morning joint stiffness and afternoon energy crashes. She decided to try these breakfast changes, starting with just the switch from her usual cereal to the steel-cut oats with walnuts. Within 3 weeks, she noticed less stiffness in her fingers and more consistent energy throughout the day. She then gradually incorporated the other changes we've discussed, and 6 months later, she told me she feels better than she has in years. Let's talk about preparation tips to make these healthier choices easier. You can prepare steel-cut oats in advance. Make a batch on Sunday that will last several days. The healthy smoothie ingredients can be portioned out into freezer bags, ready to blend. Even the avocado toast becomes faster when you get into a routine. Remember, we're not just making breakfast. We're creating the foundation for our daily health and energy. I want to emphasize something important. These breakfast changes aren't about restriction or giving up foods you love. They're about nourishing your body with ingredients that support healthy aging and help you feel your best. Think of it as choosing premium fuel for your body, because you deserve to feel energetic, vital, and well. As we wrap up today's discussion, I want to encourage you to look at tomorrow morning as an opportunity for a fresh start. Which of these changes speaks to you the most? Which one feels most doable? Remember, you have the power to influence how you age through these simple daily choices. Every morning brings a new chance to support your health and vitality. Before we say goodbye, I'd love to hear about your breakfast routine in the comments below. What changes are you thinking of trying first? Share your thoughts and experiences. Our community grows stronger when we learn from each other. Thank you for spending this time with me today, and I look forward to hearing about your breakfast adventures. Until next time, here's to your health and vitality. Let me share some practical tips that can make these breakfast transitions even easier, especially if you're dealing with common morning challenges like arthritis or limited time. One of our viewers, Robert, age 73, found that using a food processor to chop his walnuts and prepare ingredients the night before made a world of difference for his arthritic hands. He keeps a small processor right on his counter, and it's become an essential part of his morning routine. Speaking of morning routines, let's talk about timing. Many of us were taught that breakfast should happen first thing after waking, but research suggests that there's actually a golden window for breakfast that can optimize our metabolism and energy levels. For most seniors, eating within 2 to 3 hours of waking seems to work best. This gives our digestive system time to fully wake up and allows us to be truly hungry for our first meal. I remember when my friend Alice, who's 68, was struggling with morning medication timing and breakfast. She worked with her doctor to create a schedule that allowed her to take her medications appropriately while still enjoying these nourishing breakfast options. Sometimes it's these small scheduling adjustments that make the biggest difference in how we feel. Let's also address the seasonal aspect of breakfast choices. During warmer months, you might find that a lighter option like the smoothie really hits the spot, while the steel-cut oats become more appealing as the weather cools. That's perfectly fine. Our bodies naturally crave different foods with the changing seasons. The key is maintaining the basic principle of combining protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates, regardless of the specific foods you choose. Here's something interesting that many people don't realize. The timing of our breakfast can actually influence our sleep quality the following night. When we eat a balanced breakfast that includes protein and healthy fats, it helps regulate our circadian rhythm. That's our internal body clock. Several of our community members have reported improved sleep after making these breakfast changes, even though they didn't expect that benefit. I want to share another success story that really touched my heart. Tom, who's 77, had been living alone since losing his wife 2 years ago. He had fallen into the habit of just grabbing coffee and a pastry for breakfast, mainly because cooking for one felt lonely and unnecessary. After joining our community and learning about these breakfast options, he started making the effort to prepare proper meals for himself. Not only did his energy levels improve, but he found that taking care of himself in this way helped him feel more positive and connected to life. Let's talk about budget considerations too, because I know that's important for many of us living on fixed incomes. While some healthy breakfast ingredients might cost a bit more initially, they're actually more economical in the long run because they keep us satisfied longer and provide better nutrition. For example, a container of steel-cut oats might cost more than processed cereal, but it lasts much longer and provides many more servings. The same goes for buying whole nuts instead of pre-packaged breakfast bars. I've also noticed that many of our community members enjoy turning breakfast preparation into a social activity. Barbara and her neighbor Joan, both in their mid-60s, started having breakfast prep sessions together once a week. They make big batches of their healthy breakfast components, divide them up, and enjoy some wonderful conversation while they work. It's become a highlight of their week and shows how these healthy changes can nourish not just our bodies, but our social connections too. Remember, friends, that making these breakfast changes isn't just about what we eat. It's about caring for ourselves in a way that honors our wisdom and experience. Every time you choose a breakfast that supports your health, you're making a statement about how much you value yourself and your well-being. You're worth that extra few minutes of preparation, worth those quality ingredients, worth feeling your best as you move through your day. As we close our discussion today, I want to leave you with this thought. Every morning brings a new opportunity to care for yourself in a way that supports healthy aging. Whether you start with small changes or dive right into a complete breakfast makeover, you're taking positive steps toward better health and more vibrant days ahead. Keep sharing your experiences in our community. Your journey might be exactly the inspiration someone else needs to make positive changes in their own life. Until next time, remember that aging well is about making choices that honor both our past experiences and our future hopes. Here's to your health, your happiness, and many wonderful breakfasts ahead.